All right, everybody. So Short Shorts Film Festival in Asia 2021. We're going to do another talk with director Genevieve Clay-Smith from Australia. She participated in our festival in 2018 with her wonderful short film, which she filmed here in Tokyo called Shakespeare in Tokyo. It's up on YouTube. Please check it out. We want to let you know that submission deadlines are coming up. Our official competitions, and those are accredited by the Academy Awards, by the way. The Grand Prix short films, the best short films from each category is eligible for nomination at the Academy Awards. The international competition, Asia International Competition, the Japan competition, those are official competitions supported by Sony. And the deadline for those is January 31st, coming up at the end of this month. So hurry up and get those submissions into us, please. And also, we have a couple of new competitions which are very interesting. The vertical theater competition, and also the musical short film pitch competition supported by Amuse. So those are also coming up. The deadline will be February 28th. So you still have a little bit of time. Please check our homepage, shortshorts.org. Go to the submission tag, and then you will get all the information there. As far as the deadlines and how much the prize money is. We want you to participate. I'm an optimist. We're going to have our festival, and hopefully we can invite some of you selected filmmakers to come see us here in Tokyo. And so we're waiting to get your short films in. Us screeners love to watch your short films. So get ready now. We're going to call out for Genevieve Clay-Smith in Australia and talk about how things are going in Australia, film production wise, and see what she's up to. Okay? See you. So stay with us. And Short Shorts Film Festival in Asia 2021. And we're so happy and proud to have with us Genevieve Clay-Smith from Australia. Genevieve, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. First of all, will you tell us where you are and what time it is over there right now?
I am in Australia in a region called the Blue Mountains, and it's currently 6 o'clock p.m.
All right. And before we get started, what's the situation with COVID right now?
Australia has been doing a pretty good job of containing it. We're very quick to close our borders to other states. And we're now a little bit concerned about this new mutant virus. We've got it in a state called Brisbane. So they've just locked their borders down and have put some pretty heavy restrictions down. So yeah, the situation is, I feel like we've done pretty well, but we're still on heightened alert. Like it's around, it's affecting our daily lives, and like the rest of the world, it's it's scary.
Sure. So given that, we want to talk a little bit about Bus Stop Films, your production company, but how has that affected film production and shooting so far?
So when the virus first broke out, production pretty much stopped everywhere. So nobody was shooting. I had 2 productions that we had to shut down. And then as we kind of as a country got a handle on the virus, production slowly started back up again, but with very strict protocols to follow if you're going to be filming. So we now have a situation where we can film. We just have to follow some very strict protocol guidelines to make sure everybody on set is safe. But of course, if the government kind of came out with a massive lockdown, that would stop production straight away. So interstate travel to shoot in a different state is very difficult. So I actually had the experience of having to direct virtually in another state. So I had to zoom in and direct, and I really didn't like it. I did it a few times.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Sure.
And so it's trying to kind of navigate all of that on the fly. It's an interesting challenge.
It is. I know a lot of companies are trying to do this remote shooting kind of thing, and it's definitely got to be frustrating for a director or a producer not to be there. That's so important. Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely learned that, yeah, you have to be there. I mean, I kind of thought for one of the projects I was doing, which was a branded content film, and it was a documentary, so a lot of interviews. I thought, oh, I can interview over Zoom, that's fine. And we did it, but it was still very difficult because you can't just kind of pause in the break and then keep
Right.
talking. You're on the Zoom, you're kind of breaking away from the crew. They've got to kind of go and do their thing.
Mm.
It's not fluid. It's just not the
Right.
same as being in the space with people, and also hard to kind of double check the creative of your other, heads of department and whatnot. So very difficult.
Very difficult. Sure. Well, let's talk about, you're the co-founder, I think, of Bus Stop Films, and a wonderful production company. Tell us a little bit about Bus Stop Films, please.
Yeah, so Bus Stop Films it's two things. It's a film school for people with disability here in Australia. So a lot of people with disability, specifically people with intellectual disability, don't get access to education at university in terms of learning about film and lots of other subjects. But my industry is film, so I'm passionate about providing education for people that are interested that
Hmm.
might not usually get the chance. And then we also make films with those students with disability as well. So it's a 12-month program for people with disability that we put on. And then through the program, people with disability make films together with
Mm.
industry professionals. So we're very focused on driving relationship with the professional film industry and other production companies that are in charge of making our film and television, so that we can bring people with disability professionally into the film industry. And we've been very successful in doing that, giving people a lot of paid work experience, and other opportunities working in the film industry. And then outside of that, we also are trying to build our own slate of film production long form projects.
Mm.
So through the education compartment of the organization, the students make short films, and we've made a lot of short films, some of which we've very proudly screened at Short Shorts Film Festival.
Thank you.
Thank you. But we also want to be able to kind of go beyond just short form now, and also make long form feature film
Mm.
and television content too. So we're kind of trying to build that up as well.
That is absolutely excellent. And you mentioned, I think the first time I encountered one of your short films was way back in 2012, maybe, or 13, with The
Yes.
Interviewer.
Yes, that's right. That would have been 2013.
And that was just a lovely film. And of course, I was very fortunate to be able to be a part of Shakespeare in Tokyo, which was in 2018, I believe.
Yes, yep,
And
2018.
you managed to get Patrick Bramaw to participate in one of the roles, and the awesome and wonderful Gerard O'Dwyer, who I just love the guy, and had a wonderful experience with you. And thanks for letting me participate. But so tell me, what are some of your memories, or what's your overall impression of your experience of shooting in Japan?
Making Shakespeare in Tokyo was still one of the best experiences of my life, honestly. Just the whole opportunity just to come to Japan and hang out with you and the team,
Mm.
Seigo, who we made the film with, he produced it. Um, to just see the sights and be enveloped in Tokyo, the city, and then to work with local crew and
Hmm.
work with some of my best friends who we brought from Australia, including my
Sure.
husband Henry and
And
longtime friend Jared, who stars in the lead role. To just be in Japan making this work of art was just spectacular. It's something that I'd never swap for anything. And even though we had very, very long shoot days and it took everything out of us, I would do it all over again,
that's
because
great.
it truly was a magical experience. And I know Jared had the time of his life, as well. So yeah, just everything about shooting, the people's hardworking work
Mm.
ethic, the sights, the food, the culture, everything about it. I love it. I can't wait to come back to Japan. I want this virus to go away so I can come back and visit.
Absolutely. The first short film you submitted to us, and if I'm not mistaken, you submitted for us again this year. Thank you very much. But
I have.
how did you come to submit to our film festival? Had you heard about us or heard from a friend?
I'd known of Shorts Film Festival in Asia for quite a while. So back in 2013, I was very, very excited because it was the first film accepted by the festival
Mhm.
that I'd entered. But prior to that, I do believe I'd tried my hand with a couple of other shorts. Um,
Okay.
so I was ecstatic because I'd just known about it for a while because it is an Oscar qualifying film festival. So it's
Hmm.
definitely on every short filmmaker's radar as a festival to enter, and also being based in Japan, as a country that I loved prior to even visiting. I was
Hmm.
always fascinated with Japanese culture, studied Japanese language when I was in primary school, and loved anime, and lots of things about Japan drew me to it. So the combination of it being a very prestigious short film festival to enter
Hmm.
anyway, but also my love of Japan, really it put it on my radar, and I was very, very hopeful that one day I would screen there.
I think you were destined to be a part of our family. Absolutely. Um, one thing I'm really proud about Short Shorts is that we tried to offer many avenues for people to become a part of our festival. We have our official competitions supported by Sony. Thank you very much. But not only international in Asia and Japan, but nonfiction, our documentary competition. We have a smartphone competition. Obviously, nowadays, everybody's shooting on smartphones,
Yep,
especially with COVID. It's so easy to, we've gotten short
totally.
films where you have like one character walking on deserted streets. And so I'm really proud that we're able to open things up as much as possible for people to just really participate in our festival. And like you say, we are accredited by the Academy Awards, so that's a pretty nice little thing there to have. Uh, I just wanted to briefly mention we've started a brand new competition called the Vertical Theater Competition. And it's really interesting because I've already seen a couple where I guess the easiest way to say it is that it's content strictly for smartphones or mobile devices.
Mm,
So, and I'm not a film technical kind of guy, but the aspect ratio is just that, where
mm,
it's more, vertical than wide. Um,
mm.
have you seen or heard about that in Australia?
Yes, people are really embracing the different platforms for filmmaking on smartphone, and vertical theater, as you mentioned. So one initiative that comes to mind is we have a state screen funding body called Screen Australia, and they recently funded the development of a show entirely made for TikTok.
Oh,
So
wow.
um, it's a space that I think it is very worth investing time and resources into working out how can I make content for these different
Mhm.
platforms, because I mean it's right here.
Sure.
It's right here at your fingertips. You don't need a full bodied crew. um, it is a really interesting platform to be experimenting with, and there's a market for it. I mean, you're
Mm.
making content for TikTok. If it takes off, and the most random things take off on
Sure.
TikTok.
Sure.
And now, we've got a state funding body that's funding the development of a show created just for TikTok, and I think it's about 60 episodes.
It's really interesting because I've talked to some filmmakers who've filmed strictly on smartphones, for example, and it really opens up other avenues for, like you say, experimenting and
Mm,
trying new things. And I've seen some brilliant shorts filmed strictly on smartphones. So
mm,
um,
mm.
this vertical theater competition, I think, can be another avenue and another easier accessible avenue for people to participate in our festival. So
Mm,
those of you watching, shoot a film on your smartphone and send it to us, man. We'd love to see it. The
mm,
other thing, which I find really interesting personally, is started last year a musical short film pitch competition. So, the image is that, yeah, you have to make a film, you have to spend money, gather people, make something cool, that people will want to see. But now you can just make a pitch and send it to us. We you know, kind of defining it within a musical kind of category, but
mm,
I think that's also another avenue that makes things a little bit more accessible. If you've got a good idea, write it out and send it to us. It's literally that simple, I think. Um,
mm.
you like musicals?
I love musicals, and I think that Short Shorts Film Festival does an incredible job of helping to give more opportunities to the filmmakers that are a part of its community. So you mentioned that we made Shakespeare in Japan in
Hmm.
2018. I mean, that was an amazing opportunity for me, and I was able to land that opportunity through a written pitch document as well. And I think musicals are um, a really wonderful genre. I think that it's interesting to kind of, I mean, you think of the traditional musical as being family oriented, but then you think, well, actually, it could really transcend different
Sure.
genres as well. What would a horror musical look like? There's just so much creativity that you can kind of invest in that genre. And I just love that Short Shorts Film Festival is giving voice to that genre, and then the opportunity for filmmakers to submit their ideas and get their ideas supported. So it sounds like an incredible initiative, and as I said before, I've always admired how Short Shorts really loves exploring how to further give opportunities to filmmakers who are part of the filmmaking industry. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for supporting us filmmakers.
Well, thanks for making great films. It all comes down to that. Um, Thanks so much for taking the time out in your busy schedule. What have you got in the works? Something coming up that you can talk about or share with us?
Yeah, I'm making a short film with Bus Stop in about a month. So it's with a class of around 6 people with disability, and it's documentary just around the importance of employment and equal opportunity in the
Hmm.
workforce for people with disability. So we're shooting that, and then I've got a couple of projects that are in post production that will hopefully be getting out there this year. And yeah, just developing things. So a lot
Sure.
of things just still in the incubation phase that you kind of have to just keep at it until something catches a light. So just kind of, yeah, a few different things at different phases, ready for release, pre-production and development phases. So that's me.
Excellent. Excellent. Um, Please give our love to everybody.
I
Stay
will.
safe, wear
You too.
masks,
Yep.
and we'll look forward to having you back in Tokyo very soon. I'm an optimist. I'm sure things are going to turn around and be okay. People are going to start making films, and we're going
Mm,
to have an excellent festival this year once again. We've been
absolutely.
talking to Genevieve Clay-Smith in Australia. Great to talk to you, and we will absolutely hear more from you, I'm sure.
Thanks, John. Such a lovely, lovely time chatting with you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much. See you soon. Talk soon. Bye
Bye.
bye. All right. So, a wonderful, wonderful chat with a delightful Genevieve Clay-Smith from Australia. She participated in our short film festival, and it was really, really nice to have her here in Tokyo to shoot her film Shakespeare in Tokyo, which, as I said, is up on YouTube. So please check it out. And just a quick reminder, some submission deadlines are coming up. The official competition supported by Sony, end of this month, January 31st. We have, nonfiction competitions, smartphone competitions supported by Sony. So please, please submit to us. Now, we have 2 new competitions that are very important that I want to remind you about. First, the vertical theater competition supported by Smash Dot. And also we have the musical short film pitch competition supported by Amuse, which is a huge entertainment company here in Japan. You can see all the details on our website, shortshorts.org. Go to the submission section and you'll have all the information you need. Those two new ones are coming up. The deadline is February 28th, so you still have some time, okay? And we'd love to see your films for our festival this year, tentatively scheduled to come up in June. And we'd love to see you here in Tokyo as well when things settle down. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back. Short Shorts Film Festival in Asia 2021. I'm DJ John. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye-bye.